Hey guys, story time. I'm gonna tell you a story. Uh, I used to when I used to live in Calgary. I was invited to one of my friends' party. He's having a party, and I told him, "Oh, how late is going?" The party was going till, and he told me, "Oh, it doesn't matter until people leave." So I was working, and I was getting off at 11 or 10:30, something like that, and that was the beginning of my targeting. That one, they started targeting me and whatnot. And so what happened was, I finished work. I drove to his place, and I couldn't find a parking around his house because he was this area. It's like a very up and coming neighborhood. Is very busy, you know. So I couldn't find a parking. It was like a Friday night or something like that. So anyhow, I got there 11:30 after leaving work or whatnot, and I parked about maybe 3 blocks away from my friend place, and I walked maybe about a block, and then I saw this cat. This cat is like, I'm trying to remember what it looks like, but I think she was jet black, or she had maybe paws were white. I can't remember what it looks like, but I know it was black cat. So anyhow, it was half a block or a block. I had to walk 2 more blocks to get to his house, and this cat was kept following me. It just appeared out of nowhere, and I turned around. I was like, "Is this cat lost? Why she's following me?" And I kept what I'm saying. I was talking to her loudly, like, "Stop following me." And she stops, and she sit down. She would not stop. She would not walk behind me another maybe a minute or so. And I start walking away, and I look over. She's still sitting. And honestly, in a matter of like of seconds, I turn around and she's behind me again. And I had no idea, this cat, how it got from that spot to be so close and behind me. So it's like freaking me out. Yeah, it freaked me out, and so I kept telling this cat, like, "Stop following me," and I would stop for a second, and she like understood what I was saying. I was talking to her in English, right? Telling her, "Stop following me. Go home." I kept telling her, go home. Do not follow me." And she continued doing the same thing. And when I'm a block away from my friend's place, I turned around to see if she's still following me. I could see her by the gate. There is this revolving gate by what is one that was actually the outside garden gates, like where it's one of the houses. But anyhow, I looked again. I could see this cat, honestly, turn into a person and walking in. And then the gate closed behind it. So I didn't want to go open the gate to see if it was a cat or a person. But I know what I saw. So anyhow, I know what I saw. This cat turned into a person. But I only see the backside. I see a person, when somebody's squatting and getting up and walking, that's what I saw. I saw somebody was squatting and then got up and opened the gate and went in. And the gate closes, so I was curious to go and open the gate, but I didn't want it to go and open this gate. It belonged to this, house. But then maybe the neighbor would think I'm there to steal something or whatever. So I didn't do it. I didn't want to go intrude or whatnot. Honestly, guys, I was I was sober. I was sober. I was not drinking. I just got off from work and was going there and whatnot. So I know I was not under the influence of any sort. I know what I saw. You know, this is not a manifestation of my own mind. You know, it's happening. It was factual happening. But then I walked in. I think I remember telling my friend, "That's like, oh, this cat was following me," and I said to him, I turned around and the cat is gone because I just saw a shadow of a person getting up. Like I see just the backside, you know. But and he laughed about it. He thought it was funny, you know. I even told this story to my sisters. I said to them, I parked about 3 blocks from my friend's place, and I told them this whole story. They're all laughing about it. They thought it's funny, you know. Honestly, guys, this is what happened. Then, anyhow, a couple of days ago, I read. That Baal, Baal turn into a cat. Could that be possible? You know, could be that with Baal turning into a cat. He was following me. Was that? I don't know. Yeah, I know what I saw, guys, and what I saw that a couple of days ago, you know, Baal turning into this and this like a sort of animal, and it's a cat, and it's a face of a man, and it's something else. I think the 3 faces or whatever, beast, you know. And I just thought to myself, maybe with that Baal, you know, that's what I saw. It reminded me of that story I just told you about, you know, 2014, 2015, you know, that when it happened. That when I first they started targeting me. They started following me around, sending this voice to skull, telling me to do things. And what I knew is a technology. And I started calling them out. Telling them, oh, guys, I don't know how you guys do this. I know it's a technology. And then I went digging on the internet and I found out voice to skull, you know. So, yeah. So I have to admit I'm among the first to know that technology exists, because I knew they were trying to make me crazy. They're trying to make me think I'm hearing things. But then when I figured them out and I started saying stuff to them, then the voices stopped, because they knew. I knew. They only continue using it on you if you're unaware of it. You're not sure, because to freak you out, to make you go crazy, to make you think like, oh, I'm going crazy, I'm hearing things. You know how these people killing people, you know? I told you a story about this kid in Texas who killed like how many people? Because he was hearing voice to skull. He did not know it was voice to skull. And then he went and committed suicide and killed himself, you know? And killed a bunch of people, and then he committed suicide afterward, because he's unaware. He doesn't know this technology that he thought is maybe it's demonic or whatever. It's done through technology, you know. It's evil. It should be labeled as demonic, but it's done by a person who does this to make you believe you're actually talking to some. They did it. You know what? Who else they did this to? Iraq War. They did voice call in Iraq War, and they said to the soldier, you know that why the Iraq War was won so quickly, because they projected voices into the soldier's head, telling them, oh, it's Allah talking to you, it's God, you know, it's Allah. I don't want to use the word God, but you know, the infinite, you know, is talking to you. And they had somebody speaking Arabic, obviously, to project these voices into people's head, telling them, you know, it's the Maker is talking to you, the infinite, right? You know, and you know that's forbidden. Do you know it's forbidden to do that? To claim to be you are the infinite, the Maker of the universe. You're not allowed. It's forbidden. You know, you're not allowed to say that you're, you know, the infinite. You know. Okay? And these people broke that law by projecting thought pattern into people's head, telling them that they are talking directly to the infinite. You understand? So that people, that why the army, soldiers or whatnot, they all put their weapon down and surrendered. You understand? Yeah, that's how they won the Iraq War. They won it so fast because they projected these thoughts. You know, otherwise they'll be still fighting. They'll be still fighting the war. You know, but they won it. But they couldn't do that to Iran, because Iran knows. He knows this technology, because in aligning to what do you call it? Iran is aligned with what you call it, Russia and China. Russia and China, pretty sure, told Iran about this technology exists, so they cannot be used against them. You know. Anyhow, they're both playing this game. Iran and United States. They're all playing this game. I do not believe a word coming out of their mouth, because they're both serving Baal. You know. United States, which is Babylon, United States Babylon, but their United States forefather is United Kingdom. You understand? Who created United States? United Kingdom. Babylon is United Kingdom, but gave birth to this, you know, entity called United States. So a lot of people, anyhow. Because one day Babylon got destroyed before, and it was in Iraq, Iran area, vicinity, Palestine, Syria, those areas. You understand? It used to be the biggest kingdom, you know, in the Middle East. They are anti-God. They are not for God. They're anti-God. So that's what they're trying to create now. They're killing all these Palestinian. They're attacking Lebanon, which is also was part of Lebanon was part of Babylon, or you know. So anyhow, they want to bring back the glory of that kingdom. You understand? So you understand why this war in the Middle East? Because they want to bring back this kingdom of anti-God. I'm pretty sure they have Antichrist, or Dajjal was cloned. People saying is Nimrod or Gilgamesh or whatever. Anyhow, I'm pretty sure they cloned somebody, you know, and they're using us, the 144,000, to give him his power. But wait, judgment is gonna come. Your clone is gonna go too.